At it again. We've got to talk about Tucker Carlson today. He recently spoke at an event and said some interesting things that I really want to discuss with you guys. So that's what we're going to be going over today. Like, share, comment, and hit that subscribe button if you are new. And let's dive in.
Is that this is political. This is not political. What we're watching is not political. This is not politics. Politics is a human-conceived system whereby civilized people settle their differences without violence and by consensus. Politics describes a negotiation. You want this, I want that. Neither of us is going to get exactly what we want, but we'll each come away thinking we didn't get totally hosed, and we can continue to live together. That's what politics is. And that's why nobody wants to watch it, because it's filled with horse trading and accommodations. No one exits the process pure. Everybody has given up something. That's the nature of it. And while it's unattractive, like watching heavy-set people have sex, it's absolutely necessary, and it's kind of beautiful in its way.
It's a joke, YouTube. It's just a joke.
Way. Everyone deserves love. And everyone deserves to live in a country governed by politics, not force. You say you hate politics. What's the option? Force. You only get two options. And we're past the political stage. Nothing, that's exactly right, whoever said that.
If you're wondering what the person in the crowd yelled, he said spiritual. At least that's what it sounded like to me when I turned it up. It sounds like he said spiritual. All right. I'll run that back just a little bit.
Past the political stage. Nothing, that's exactly right, whoever said that. Nothing that is happening now, or that has happened for the last 5 or 6 years, can be explained through conventional political terms. Period.
Facts.
In a convention, and I hear people miss this all the time. Whatever awful thing is happening, and I've contributed to this endlessly, you find out that someone's getting a vig on something. Someone's making a little money on the deal. And you're like, oh, it's all about the money. Follow the money. It's all about the money. I've said this myself 1,000 times. Since I quit drinking, I say it less. But still, follow the money. And, you know, if it were only about the money, we'd be fine. We'd be fine. Because I understand that. Just in the same way that I understand, being totally honest here, most crimes. I understand most crimes. I wouldn't commit them because the penalty is too high and you try to be a decent person. But when someone who is poor robs a bank, or even if someone who's greedy robs a bank, or someone who's greedy makes up a fake cryptocurrency and buys his parents' houses in the Bahamas, I'm not pointing at you, Sam Bankman-Fried, but I'm just saying, I get it. I don't approve of it, but it makes sense to me. It's explicable.
Absolutely. You know, you don't agree with it, but it makes sense. You know, a guy goes to rob a bank. I get it. Like, you want some money. You want some of that cash. Whether you're struggling or, obviously, if you're struggling, you're going to want money for obvious reasons. But even if you're doing well, you're going to want some money because you want to do better than what you're doing. So, like you said, like, it's explainable. Like, we understand that. Any logical person can look at that and like, okay, I understand. I don't agree with it. I would never do it, but I understand it, right? I get it, you know? So yeah, 100%, 100%. But this, and you guys have seen, like, even I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around what is happening. And what's the end goal? What's the, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just so, it's just so wild.
It's explicable. If people do something for power, I understand it. You cheat in an election so you can become president, even though you're senile. That has happened. I'm just telling you.
Allegedly.
Well, you want to run things. You want to be in charge. I get it. The lust for power is ugly. It's a sin. But it's certainly not foreign to anybody who's alive. We all know that feeling. It's totally recognizable. That's not what's happening. What's happening is bad behavior for its own sake.
100%. I agree with Tucker, right? It's literally bad behavior for its own sake. You know, because a lot of this stuff, it just doesn't make any type of sense. You know, it's, for example, when you try to smear Trump and people only grow fonder of Trump, why do you continue on with that push? when you indict Trump once and his poll numbers bump up, then you indict him again and his poll numbers bump up even higher, and then you indict him again and they bump up even higher, why do you keep going after him? Like, yes, one of the reasons could be because they can't turn around now. You know, it's like the dead end street or the one way. You know, you're going down, you can't turn around now, you're stuck. Okay, there's no off ramp here, so you got to keep going. So maybe that is the case, but then also maybe it's just because they don't care. They don't care at this point. They know we're gonna be angry. Oh well, we'll figure it out once they do get angry. Maybe that's their plan. I highly doubt it, because when you have 70% of the country, this is just me throwing out a number, extremely angry and upset, I just don't see that ending well for you. I don't see that going well. There's, I don't know, a few thousand of them and hundreds of millions of us. So how's that one going to work out? I don't know. But I also think that what Tucker is going to say in this next clip is 100% true. And we must be prepared. Check it out.
But I'm only saying that to highlight what everyone in this room already knows, which is that it's really a volatile moment. I flew out here across the country this morning and spent 5 hours texting people, mostly people I know, but also the entire mentally ill community in America has my text, so a lot of crazies too. But also a lot of people I really like and who are smart and temperate and reasonable people who've been around, who are my age, I'm 54, kind of seen stuff and have measured opinions on things. And I gotta tell you, every single person I texted with the exception of my wife, who's not on the internet at all, was angry and paranoid. Seriously. And these are not crazy people. These are normal, good people with like kids and stuff, with a vested interest in Americans' success. These are not the burn it down caucus. These are the people you want voting. And they were all angry and paranoid. Every single one of them. Some of them really angry and some of them really paranoid. And I have to say, after assessing their views for 5 hours, I think they were justified in both. I think they had every reason to be angry and all the evidence required to become paranoid. And so I'm not mocking them at all. I'm just telling you, once again, what you already know, which is this is going to be, the next year is going to be, I think I'd bet my house on it, really like nothing we've ever seen in the country. And everyone can kind of feel that. Most of our perceptions come through intuition rather than reason. And if you have dogs, you know this because they can't understand literally a word you say because they don't speak English, hardly any of them. But if you're close to your dog, the dog knows exactly what's going on, knows when it's time to go out, knows when you're going on a trip. Why is that? Because they don't hear anything, they just watch.
100%.
And they feel. And people are very much the same. And if something bad is about to happen, everybody gets jumpy.
We can all feel it. We can all sense it. And I've stated it, right? Something is going to happen. I don't know what. I don't know when. But something is going to happen. There's a lot of speculation about, fake alien invasion, right? I've seen that. WW3. World War III popping off. I don't even want to say that. I don't want to say the other one. I'm not even going to put that out there. There's another big one that some people have speculated could possibly happen, involving Uncle Trump, right? That I won't even say. Okay. So there's been quite a number of things, and all of them are like, okay, I could see it happening. Not saying I would agree with any of it happening, obviously, but okay, I get it, So I don't know what it's going to be or even when, but I guarantee you something will happen. Between now and next election, something big, really big, is going to happen. Don't know what it is. Could be another bug, right? I saw that there was I think it was a new pneumonia or something going around in China. I didn't really dive too deep into it. I just saw like the headline or whatever. Maybe it's something like that again. I don't know. I highly doubt that one's the truth. I think the other three are a lot more realistic than that one personally. But I don't know. Maybe. What do you guys think? I'll pose the question to you guys. What do you think is going to happen between now and next election? Or do you think nothing happens? That's honestly a possibility. Because maybe they're like, yeah, I mean, we're just up Poops Creek without a paddle in sight. If we do something, it's going to be way too obvious, right? They already know. They're already watching. They're on too high of alert. Elon Musk kind of foiled our plans because we can't control Twitter anymore, allegedly, right? And, so we can't censor all of these folks the way that we would have liked because Twitter is too open. So there's nothing that we can do really at this point. We could try, but we'd fail in our attempt because people are watching and can speak freely about it. We can't just ban them if they say what we don't like them saying, So maybe nothing happens. And when Trump is elected again, they all leave the country. I told you guys about a article or a headline that I saw that Hillary was allegedly planning on leaving to go somewhere else. So I don't know how true it actually was. Like I said, it was one of those things that I just skimmed across and, oh yeah, I read it like, oh, okay, interesting, and kind of kept going. But maybe that's what happens because they know there's nothing that they can do at this point. They've pushed too far and too fast, and now it comes crumbling back down on them. So maybe they just get out of Dodge. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section, what do you think will happen? But I also want to play this last little clip for you guys with Tucker. Check it out.
So it takes a very rare person to lie in the way that we're being lied to. And it takes a very rare moment to see lying at this scale. But the final fact that makes this moment different is that they're not just lying, they hate the truth. They're offended by things purely because they are true, even when they don't possibly threaten anyone. I saw this today.
They're not only liars, but they hate the truth. I think Tucker's spot on with that one. These leftists, they are not only liars, but they vehemently hate the truth. They hate it. So much so that they get violent when you tell it to them. We've watched the videos. We've seen it. They hate the truth. But, you guys let me know your thoughts or your opinions on this in the comment section. I think Tucker, the more that I check out Tucker, the more I'm kind of on the, actually, I think Tucker would be a good VP. But hey, what do y'all think? Let me know. Peace and love. I'm out.